Welcome to English Learning Lab, where we make mastering English simple, practical, and fun.
Hello, Mia, and a big hello to all our wonderful friends listening at home or on the go. It is such a beautiful day to practice English together.
It really is, Daniel. I am feeling very relaxed today, and I am excited to dive into our conversation.
I am doing fantastic, thank you. I have my tea, I am comfortable, and I am ready to chat about our topic.
That sounds perfect. But before we start, we have a small favor to ask our listeners.
Yes, we do. If you enjoy our content, please click the like button. It is a small click for you, but it helps us a lot.
Exactly. And please subscribe to the English Learning Lab channel because we want you to join our family.
And don't forget to share this with your friends. English is always better with friends.
So, Daniel, today I want to talk about a very peaceful topic, the daily routine in a small town.
That is a great topic. I love small towns because they are so different from big cities.
They really are. Imagine you wake up in a small town. What is the first thing you hear?
Well, in the city, I hear cars and buses going beep beep. The city is very loud.
But in a small town, you hear birds singing and the wind in the trees.
That sounds wonderful. No stress, just nature.
Exactly. The morning routine is much slower because you do not need to rush.
I hate rushing. I like to drink my coffee slowly.
In a small town, people often sit outside in the morning on their porch.
The porch, that is the front part of the house, right?
Yes, they sit there, drink their coffee, and watch the sun come up. It is the best way to start the day.
And then, do they go to work?
Yes, but the commute, which is the travel from home to work, is very different.
In a big city, the commute is long. You might sit in traffic for a whole hour.
That is terrible. It makes people very angry.
But in a small town, you can often walk to work.
Walk to work. That is great exercise.
Or you might drive for only 5 minutes because there is no traffic jam.
A 5-minute drive is a dream. It means you have more time for your life and more time for the community.
I like that word, community. It means a group of people living together.
In a small town, you know almost everyone. When you walk down the street, you see faces you know.
In the city, I see many people, but they are strangers. We walk fast and look at our phones.
Right. But in a small town, you look at people and say, "Good morning, Mrs. Robinson," or "Hello, Mr. Miller."
And you stop to talk for a few minutes about simple things, like the weather or your garden.
You might even ask, "How is your family?" It is very polite and makes you feel connected.
Connected. That is the perfect word. You are not alone.
And neighbors in small towns help each other more. For example, imagine you are baking a cake, but you have no sugar.
Oh no, a cake with no sugar is just bread.
In the city, you must run to the supermarket, which takes a lot of time.
But in a small town, you just walk to the house next door and knock.
You say, "Hello, can I please borrow a cup of sugar?" And they are usually happy to help.
Because next week, maybe they will need eggs from you.
Exactly. It's give and take. You help me, and I help you.
That is a real community. It shows that people trust each other.
Trust is so important. In fact, in some very small towns, people even leave their doors unlocked during the day.
Wow, they must feel very safe.
They do, because they know their neighbors are watching out for them. It's like a big family.
Now, Mia, let's talk about shopping. Is there a big mall in a small town?
Usually no. There are small local shops, like a bakery or a butcher.
And the shop owners are your neighbors, too.
Right. When you buy bread, you know the baker's name. It's probably something like Tom.
Tom the baker. I like that. And Tom knows what you like.
He might say, "Hello, Daniel. Do you want your favorite bread today?"
That feels very special. In a big supermarket, nobody knows my name.
It is very personal, but there is one small negative thing.
What is that?
The shops close early.
In the city, shops stay open very late, sometimes 24 hours.
In a small town, at 6 p.m., almost everything is closed.
So you must be organized. You cannot buy milk at midnight.
No, you cannot. You must buy it during the day.
I think I can do that. It's a good trade for the peace and quiet.
I think so too. And speaking of peace, the evening routine is different because it gets very dark.
Are there no streetlights?
There are some, but not many. In the city, it is always bright, which can make it hard to sleep.
But in a small town, you can see the stars.
I love looking at the stars. You can sit outside and listen to the crickets.
Crickets, those are the small insects that go chirp chirp at night.
That is the sound of the country. It is very relaxing, and the air is fresh and clean because there is no pollution from cars.
Fresh air. You can breathe deep. It is so much better for your health.
People in small towns might be healthier because they walk more, eat fresh food, and have less stress.
Stress is a huge problem in the city. Everyone is always running and busy.
In a small town, busy is different. You are busy with your garden or your family. That is good busy.
I see. But small towns are not for everyone, right?
True. If you like big cinemas, loud clubs, and big events, you might find it too slow.
It is a slow life. Some people love it and some people hate it.
But it's a great place to go on vacation to recharge your battery.
Recharge my battery. I like that expression. It means to get your energy back through rest.
And we can't forget the festivals, like a strawberry or pumpkin festival.
A pumpkin festival sounds like so much fun.
Everyone comes to the town square, which is the center of the town.
They bring food, play music, and children play games.
And because you know everyone, it's like a big party with friends.
In the city, festivals are often too crowded and expensive.
But in a small town, it's simple. You might even have a pie contest.
I want to be the judge for that. I want to eat all the pies.
You would be a great judge.
Small towns have simple, honest fun that really connects people.
It sounds so cozy, warm, and comfortable.
I agree. We have talked so much about pies and neighbors that time flies.
It really does. Let's remember what we covered. The quiet mornings with birds singing, the short commute, and the friendly neighbors.
And borrowing sugar, visiting Tom the baker, and looking at the stars in the fresh air.
It sounds like a lovely life.
I feel calmer just talking about it.
You know, Mia, speaking of energy, I keep thinking about how different the commute feels depending on where you live.
It's true. The commute, the travel from home to work, really sets the tone for the entire day.
In a big city, the commute is often very long, and sitting in traffic for an hour makes me feel very angry.
That is a lot of stress to start your day with. But in a small town, you can often walk to work, which is great exercise.
Or you drive for maybe 5 minutes because there's no traffic jam. That truly is a dream.
Having that extra time means you have more time for your life and more time for people, especially your neighbors.
In the city, I see many people, but they are strangers because we walk fast and look at our phones.
But in a small town routine, you look at people and say, "Good morning, Mrs. Robinson," or "Hello, Mr. Miller."
It is very polite and makes you feel connected, like you're not alone.
Exactly. And that connection leads to neighbors helping each other more. For example, imagine you are baking a cake, but realize you have no sugar.
Oh no, a cake with no sugar is just bread.
In the city, you must run to the supermarket. But in a small town, you just walk next door, knock, and ask to borrow a cup of sugar.
And they're usually happy to help because they know it is give and take. You help me today, and I help you next week.
That give and take builds a real community where people trust each other, sometimes even leaving their doors unlocked during the day.
That shows so much trust. It really is like being part of one big family.
It is, and that personal feeling extends to your daily errands and shopping, too.
Right, there are usually no big malls, but there are small local shops, like a bakery or a butcher.
And because the shop owners are your neighbors, you know them personally. When I buy bread, I know the baker is someone like Tom.
Tom the baker. I love that. It feels very special when he asks if I want my favorite bread today.
It is a very personal routine, though you do have to be organized because the shops close early.
I noticed that. In the city, shops might be open 24 hours, but in a small town, everything is closed by 6 p.m.
You cannot buy milk at midnight, so you must plan your day during the light hours.
I think that is a good trade for the peace and quiet you get when the sun goes down.
It gets very dark because there are not many streetlights, unlike the city where it is often too bright to sleep.
But being in the dark means you can actually see the stars, which is beautiful.
You can sit outside and listen to the crickets, those small insects that go chirp, chirp, and breathe in the fresh air.
There is no pollution from thousands of cars, so you can breathe deep, which is so good for your health.
It's why people in small towns often feel less stressed. They are busy with their gardens or families, which is a good busy.
In the city, everyone is running and everyone is busy in a way that feels overwhelming.
If you like excitement and loud music, a slow life might not be for you, but it is the perfect way to recharge your battery.
I love that expression, recharge my battery. It perfectly describes getting your energy back through rest and relaxation.
And small towns have their own fun routines, like a strawberry festival or a pumpkin festival.
A pumpkin festival in the town square, the center of town, sounds like a big party with friends.
Everyone brings food and plays music. You might even have a pie contest where you could be the judge.
I would be a great judge because I want to eat all the pies. It sounds so cozy, warm and comfortable.
It is cozy, but looking at the time, I realize how much we've been chatting about pies and neighbors.
Time flies when we're having fun. We've covered so much. The quiet mornings with birds singing, the easy commute, and the stars at night.
We talked about knowing people's names, borrowing sugar, and visiting Tom the baker.
It really sounds like a lovely life, and I feel calmer just talking about these daily routines.
We want to know about your routines too. Do you live in a big city or a small town? And which one do you prefer?
Please tell us in the comments. Do you like the energy of the city or the peace of the small town?
Tell us about your neighbors. Are they friendly? Do you borrow sugar? Writing comments is great practice for your English.
Don't be shy. If you liked this episode, please give us a big thumbs up and share it with your family.
We appreciate you so much for joining our English Learning Lab family today.
Thank you for listening, friends. Have a peaceful day wherever you are.
Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a lesson. Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time. Goodbye.